Hey guys, it's Jess.
And it's Nick in the morning. Happy August 11th. We are so happy to be back. We've had a scheduling disaster over the last month. Jess was off, and then I was off for 2 weeks, and then Jess was off again. And we tried to figure something out, but it just didn't happen. But now I think we're going to be back pretty regularly every other week. So really excited to be back doing this. The time off, I think, gave us some time to think about what we want to do with it going forward. We've got a really exciting guest today that I found out about weeks ago, and I've had to hold on to this. So you just let me know when he's ready to jump on, and we can get into all that. But
Absolutely.
While we were out, anything interesting happened to you? Do anything fun?
Well, my dog got into a little accident-ish and scratched her cornea and her eyelid. So I have had fun watching her these past few days, making sure that her eye is healing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We tried a little change with my cat's diet that did not end super well for us. Trying to feed her a little bit more because she gets like panicky around food. She's just so eager to eat it that she eats too fast, and trying to give her more food, but then it screwed up her digestive system. So I know all about coping with pet problems lately.
I know it. Yeah, and eye stuff like really freaks me out. So doing her like eye drops and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Friends, that episode with Rachel when she has to go to the eye doctor. Have you?
Is it like an early episode or a later episode?
No, it's later.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching maybe 4 seasons in.
You gotta watch it. It's a good episode.
All right.
Yes. So I have to ask you, I've been seeing on social media about this table campaign. Do tell. Come on.
All right. So, and we will have some thank yous for folks that have supported this so far. So what happened is I was at the center with Marquise and Manny, and we were setting up those plastic partitions, or they were setting them up, and I walked over and saw them, and they made a comment that it doesn't really work on square tables. You're basically still sitting right next to someone, but it works really well on round tables. And you don't think of something like that. We think, okay, we need cleaning supplies, we need PPE, we need to space out more, we need dividers in the bathrooms, but you don't think of tables, right?
Right.
But we have this epiphany about tables, and so I reached out to a contact I have at Bethlehem Church, which is right by our house in Bethlehem, Georgia, and said, hey, do you think you could maybe loan us some tables, some round tables, 60-inch round tables, so that we can more effectively social distance, and then when this is all done, we'll return them. And they said, we'll do you one better. We'll help you buy some so that you have them permanently. And so what they're doing is they put up $2,000, and our goal is $3,800. And so what we're doing is a campaign to basically raise that additional $1,800. And we're not doing too bad right now. We have gotten to $2,650. Some great donations came in right off the bat. We still need to go that extra little distance to get up to 38. But this is a grassroots campaign, right? We're not going to be sending home a mailer or anything like that. We're going to do it on social media. We might send home some emails, but if folks can contribute anything, and I mean $10, $5, $25, $100, it all goes towards a really, really practical a need that we have right now. This isn't an extravagance. It's simply what we need in order to reopen the center in the safest possible manner. So if folks out there watching this can get on board and maybe make a donation towards the table campaign, or share it on their Facebook page or Twitter or something like that, we'd really appreciate it. You can find all that information and more on our website at highhopecenter.org/tables. So not complicated.
Perfect. Yeah. Simple and easy. That's what we like. Yes. So our guest is now in the waiting room. So want me to bring him in or you want to do
Let's
a little
bring him in.
intro? Okay.
Hello there.
Hey.
Nick, how are you?
I'm good. Representative Kennard, how are you?
I'm doing great. You and your family are well, safe?
Yeah, yep. I think all of our families are doing pretty good right now. So how about you?
Okay. As you know, I run the Inspire Outreach organization, which works with homeless individuals. So we've had to navigate through COVID the last 5 months, just like everyone else. It's had its challenges. How has High Hope Service Center been able to keep your doors open? How has that been going?
It's well, we reflect on this daily. In fact, right before I got on here, I was writing a grant report that was asking me about the lessons that I've learned, or the lessons that we've learned. I think similar to everyone else, initially we had to close down. Now we're learning about ways of providing teleservices and exploring a path to reopening. Obviously, the governor's order does not allow us to open yet. We'll have to wait until that shelter-in-place order expires before we can consider anything. And frankly, we probably won't open even then. But we are connecting on Zoom. We do offer services now to our folks via Zoom, and our residential program has been just doing a fantastic job through this whole process. We say our biggest success so far is that not a single person in our residential program has contracted the virus, which is pretty amazing.
It is huge.
So anyway, so before we get into kind of the special reason that we wanted to have you on here, it's not every day that we have a state representative on our morning show, and I thought, it might be kind of neat if you could tell our audience a little bit about what is a state representative, what's that like, what does that mean, and kind of what you do.
Sure. Well, at the state government level, we mirror the federal government. There's an executive, legislative, and judicial branch. And the same as the state, for the state. The executive, of course, is the governor, and our state Supreme Court is our judiciary branch. But then we have a state Senate and a state House of Representatives. There's 180 representatives. I'm honored to represent District 102, which is bigger portions of Lawrenceville, Suwanee, a little bit of Sugar Hill. High Hope happens to be in my district. I ran for the first time, 2018, and won. And so I'm up for re-election this November, but it's been one of the special privileges of my life to represent District 102 down at the state capitol. As an interesting point, there's 180 representatives across the state. 18 of them are from Gwinnett County, since Gwinnett County is almost 1 million people. So 1 out of every 10 state representatives has a portion of Gwinnett County.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, cool. And so your role as a state representative is directly related to why I asked you to come on here, because you did something very special for High Hope that we were going to unveil at Possibilities, and then of course Possibilities got canceled and everyone went every which way. But do you want to share what that is?
Sure. Well, we're so thrilled that High Hope is celebrating its 60th anniversary. It was conceived in 1960. So for 6 decades, you've been offering incredible services to those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And 60 years is a long time, and it should be commended. When I learned about this, I wanted to go to the House of Representatives and sponsor a resolution commending this organization for its great work for 6 years. And the idea was to present it at the gala. My family and I had bought tickets. We were ready to go, but then COVID-19, everything got set on its ear. So we're doing the next best thing and trying to reinvent this moment through a Zoom call. But I do have the resolution in front of me. It's in a nice House of Representatives folder with the state seal on it. And I would like to read just a little bit of it. It says, House Resolution 1594, commending High Hope Service Center on its 60th anniversary of supporting individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities and for other purposes. Whereas High Hope Service Center was founded in 1960 by the parents of 6 young students from Gwinnett County and community leaders, establishing one of the first organizations in Georgia to teach children with intellectual disabilities. And whereas High Hope Service Center owes a special debt of gratitude to Mrs. Nell Moses, the mother of a 3-year-old with a developmental disability whose determination to find better options for her child, along with a local paper, the Lawrenceville JCs, and friends, ultimately resulted in the founding of the High Hope Service Center. And it goes on to list some of your highlights across 6 decades, and then it concludes with, now therefore be it resolved by the House of Representatives that the members of this body recognize and commend High Hope Service Center for its dedication to community service and commitment to improving opportunities for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So it's got this nice seal from the state. It's on parchment paper, and I can't wait to get it into your hand. It's just
we can't wait to display it. We're excited. It's really, I think, sort of dumbfounding for the staff to just know that we're a part of something so important and so big that there would be a resolution about it. So that's just fantastic for us, and I'm delighted to see that we were able to still make that happen, even though everything sort of went up in smoke several months ago. But so thank you so much for making that happen.
Well, that's wonderful, and thank you for your service, Nick and Jess. What exactly is your role at the organization, Nick?
I'm the development manager, and Jess is on my team. She is our community engagement manager, and I should mention this. She has sort of a unique connection to you. I'll let her share that.
Yes.
Okay.
So he gave me a call letting me know that we're going to be doing the show with you. And I said, oh, I know his daughter and his son-in-law, Alex and Chris, because we went to school together.
Okay. How great is that? Y'all graduated the same year?
We did. Yep.
We just visited Chris and Alex. He got stationed to Key West, Florida.
Yeah.
So they spent the first 2 years up in New Hampshire, and this summer relocated there. We flew down there to help them move in, but they're doing great. She's teaching school, and he is the executive officer on this new cutter assignment that he has now. So they're doing wonderful.
I'm glad you were able to go down there and get them settled.
Yeah, I'll tell them you said hello.
Yes, please. Thank you.
How long have you been at High Hope?
Going on 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a funny story that I had her job before, and she was one of my volunteers. And one day she came in to volunteer, and I said, "Hey, Jessica, how would you like my job?" And she said, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yep." She's like, "Yes, absolutely." And so she was a volunteer first, and then came on board as a team member, and it's been great.
Well, a lot of times I know this is thankless work, but thank you both, and thanks from the state of Georgia.
Oh, appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And, thank you so much for coming on today. We won't take up any more of your time, but hopefully when this is all done, we can get together and properly celebrate the 60th, and we'd love to have you be a part of that.
Sounds great, Nick. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
That's awesome.
I love it.
So nice, isn't he?
So nice.
What was really remarkable about that is we've done this in the past. A couple of years ago when I first started at High Hope, I had just come from the Capitol, and so I got a resolution rolling just because we hadn't had anything like that before.
Right.
But with this one, he came out of the blue. He called me and said, "Hey, I've noticed that you're turning 60. I'd like to do a resolution." So to have him reach out on his own behalf and say, "Hey, this is important, and we need to recognize it." What a great guy to have representing High Hope, and really, really hopeful that at some point we can get him into the center and meet him in person. And
that would be so fun. I'm looking forward to that day.
It seems like every time we say, "Oh, I can't wait for that day," it's a little bit further out. But we'll see. I mean, now the schools are opening, and so I think that's going to be a big sort of indicator of what's happening. But you know what? I say that every time I say, oh, this is going to be an indicator. 2 weeks later, everything has changed. So
absolutely, yeah, you have to really take it day by day because you never know what tomorrow brings.
Which is funny because I don't think of you and I as being terribly flexible people. So
we're like, wait, what?
Learning to be ultra flexible. I'm still a huge learning curve for me, but it's probably if there's one good thing that's coming out of this, it's for me in terms of personal growth, it's recognizing that I have to be flexible. And actually, just yesterday, Susan, when we were reflecting on some of the lessons we'd learned, the first thing she said is the importance of flexibility.
Yeah,
that's the truth, right? All right. Well, why don't we get into our donor thank yous?
Yes.
You might notice that the show is a little bit different today, audience of one. But part of the reason for that is that because we were gone for so long, we have got so many thank yous that we need to do.
Right.
And I'm committed to doing them all on here. I said I was going to do it, so we're going to do it. So first of all, and some folks are going to get thanked a couple times because they've made more than one donation. So
yeah,
you might notice that. So first of all, I want to thank 12 Stone Church. They gave us a wonderful grant. So thank you so much, 12 Stone. You've been an excellent partner with us over the years. We really appreciate you. I happen to know that your history and our history are kind of wrapped up in each other too. So thank you, 12 Stone.
yes, thank you to Tony Rivera. This was a memorial donation in memory of Gary and Sharon Donnell.
I want to thank Perimeter Church for their monthly donation for this month. So thank you so much, Perimeter. We really appreciate you and everything you do. You support us in so many ways. So thank you.
Thank you, Kathy Russell, for your regular monthly donation.
Okay. Big thank you to Kenneth Edwards. Thank you, Kenneth.
Yep. Thank you, Carmen Long, for being a member of our Giving Society.
Thank you, Janet Sims, for your donation. We really appreciate it. Thank
you, Lilburn Women's Club, for your donation towards PPE and cleaning supplies. Much needed, so thank you.
Yeah, we love those guys. They normally do our party, and they couldn't do the party this year. So, or they do the dance, I should say. All right. Big thank you to Bert and Diane Byerly. Thank you for being members of our Giving Society.
Okay. Brad and Angie Carroll, thank you for your donation for our communication program.
Thank you, Sean Cundiff, for your donation. Really appreciate it. It's a monthly donation, so thank you for standing by us.
Thank you, Wayne and Carol Hill, for being a member of our Giving Society.
And I believe their donation, their most recent installation towards that Giving Society is a memorial gift in memory of Travis Pruitt.
Thank you. Yep, that is correct.
Thank you so much, Nancy Skinner, for your donation in memory of Travis Pruitt.
Thank you to the Gunters for your memorial donation for Lucia and Bill.
Gladys's sister Lucia and Nadine's mom Bill. Yeah. Thank you, Nick Bicknell. You're sort of our secret donor from. I shouldn't say secret. You're. He works for our for Little Green Light, which is our
oh yeah
the database we use to track our donations, and we had an issue at one point, and so he just put in a reoccurring donation to always have it tested. So thanks, Nick, for sticking with us.
Yes, thank you to Amy Zupanchik.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amy. I think Amy is a good friend of Susan's, and she does a regular donation now too, so thank you so much. Big thank you to Mr. Todd Walker. Thank you for supporting us.
Yes, Perimeter Church.
Again, I think this is for their last month's support of us, so thank you, Perimeter. Miss Pat Baker, Thank you so much for supporting our table campaign. You're the very first person, I think, to get on board and support that campaign. So thank you so much.
Yes, Ross Reynolds, thank you for your table donation.
You know who Ross Reynolds is?
I'm assuming they're related to you.
Ross Reynolds would be my father. So thanks, Dad.
Woohoo!
And a big thank you. Oops, the wrong button.
You got it?
I got it.
All right.
Can you tell that I'm out of practice?
That's all right.
Big thank you to Suzanne Cundiff. Appreciate you supporting the table campaign.
Yes, and then a big thank you to Bethlehem Church for the roundtable donation.
Yep. So they helped us kick it off, and great relationship to have with someone in our community. So shout out to Aaron over at Bethlehem. He's our contact there, and he helped us get this rolling. So awesome sauce. Jess, you want to tell us about social media?
Yes, if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Our handle for all of those is at High Hope Center, so make sure you like and share the video.
Absolutely. And of course, if you want to make a donation or learn about the table campaign, that's all on our website. You just go to the section called Support Us. Again, for the table campaign, you want to go to highhopecenter.org/tables. If you just want to make a general donation or a donation in memory of someone, you can go to highhopecenter.org/donate. And of course, if you want to make a donation, an in-kind donation of PPE or supplies of some sort, just get in contact with one of us, and we will make that happen. That's easy.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today, but we're super jazzed to be back. Hopefully have some new and exciting content coming up. And, you know, as we get, we're starting to do some teleservices. And so hopefully maybe at some point in the not too distant future, we could get one of our folks on to see how they're doing.
Yes. That'll be exciting.
All right. Well, I guess that's all for now. So take care, everyone. Thank you.
All right. Bye. Take care.